In this video, let's have a look on Oops concepts. Object-oriented programming is based on the concept of objects. It brings data and methods into a single unit. The object-oriented programming concepts are class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. Class. It is a logical component and no memory is allocated for class. It is a blueprint to create objects. The two parts of a class are field and method. Let us take an example, car. The fields or properties or attributes of car are model, color, price and fuel type. Methods or behavior of a car are start, reverse, accelerate, gear change and stop. Object. It is an instance of a class. Memory is allocated for objects. The three characteristics of objects are: first one, state, which represents the data of an object. Second, behavior, which represents the functionality of an object. Third is the identity, which identifies each object uniquely. Let's understand the concept of class and objects with an example. Let us consider a class car with states, model, color, price and fuel type. Objects of the class car are Mercedes, BMW and Audi. All these three objects have their own value for their states. Object 1 has a value Mercedes for model, white for color, 25 lakhs for price and petrol for fuel type. All these three objects have their behavior defined in the class as start, reverse, accelerate, gear change and stop. Inheritance. It is a process by which a class acquires the properties of another class. Superclass or parent class or base class is a class from which properties are acquired by another class. Subclass or child class or derived class acquire properties of another class. Inheritance provides reusability of code. The types of inheritance are single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance and hybrid inheritance. Single inheritance. When a class acquires properties from only one class, then it is called single inheritance. Here, class B inherits from a class A. So, A is a parent class and B is the child class. Multi-level inheritance. When a derived class acts as a base class for another class, then it is called multi-level inheritance. Here, B is derived from the class A, which in turn serves as a base class for the subclass C. Hierarchical inheritance. When one class serves as a superclass for more than one subclass, then it is called hierarchical inheritance. Here, class A serves as a base class for the derived classes B, C and D. Multiple inheritance. When one class can have more than one superclass, then it is called as multiple inheritance. Java does not support multiple inheritance, but the concept of multiple inheritance can be achieved through interfaces. Here, class C is derived from the interfaces A and B. Hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance is a combination of more than one type of inheritance. Here, subclass B and C derive from the same superclass A. It is a hierarchical inheritance. D is derived from the superclass B and C. This is a multiple inheritance since it includes two types of inheritance, that is hierarchical inheritance and multiple inheritance. It is a hybrid inheritance. Abstraction. It is a process of hiding the implementation details from the user. The user knows only the functionality. In Java, abstraction is achieved by interface and abstract class. Consider an example of a person driving a car. The person only knows that speed can be increased by pressing the accelerator, or the car will stop by applying brake. But he neither knows about how on pressing the accelerator the speed increases, nor about how on pressing brake the car stops. This is what abstraction is. Encapsulation. Encapsulation refers to wrapping up of data and methods under a single unit called class. Data hiding is achieved through encapsulation when the methods or the variables are hidden from other class and cannot be accessed outside the class. Polymorphism. Polymorphism is the ability of an object to take on many forms. Example, a person in shop is a customer, the same person in bus is a passenger, the person in school is a student, and the person at home is a son. Types of polymorphism are compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism, it is also called as static polymorphism. It is a process in which call to a method is resolved at compile time. Example, method overloading. It is a feature that allows a class to have two or more methods to have the same name but with different parameter list. Dynamic polymorphism is a process in which a call to a method is resolved at runtime. Example, method overriding. Overriding is a feature that allows a subclass to provide a specific implementation of a method that is already implemented by the superclass or the parent class. Thank you.